Good afternoon. We are in the midst of a severe weather event in the parts of the south central United States. We'll get more into that later. We're also going to be talking about some other things as well today, but this is the forecast for the 9th of May. Happy Mother's Day. And currently, right now, these are the temperatures across the continental U.S. right now. We do have a cold air mass in parts of the Ohio Valley and Northeast and the southern Northeast states. 30s and 40s. In fact, there is some snow that is falling in isolated areas of northern Pennsylvania with the coldest air. A part of this is storm that's bringing severe weather to the south and cold air to the north. Not all places are seeing snow. But there could be some frost issues and also some winter weather issues also coming today and tonight, also tomorrow as well. And it is warm and hot in the south. Temperatures range from about 80, some spots reaching 90 to 100. And this will only get warmer for the south as we move along. Current dew points dry in the west, moist in the east, and also dry in the extreme northern states like parts of Michigan and the northeast as well. But mostly where the severe weather is, we got dew points that are sitting in the upper 60s and lower 70s. The average dew point sits around 69 to 70. And out to the west, very dry air. And also very warm as well, especially in the southwest states. And it's, again, only going to get warmer from here. The current overall look at the radar, we do have some snow in parts of Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and Colorado. Especially mostly for the mountains. In the lower terrain, we have just rain, but in the higher elevations where it's colder, we do have that snow. And of course, this system brings severe weather to parts of Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee. This will also be affecting parts of southern Mississippi, southern Louisiana, and Alabama, maybe in parts of southwest Georgia tomorrow. And of course, again, we'll talk about that more as well. The active alerts right now, this was taken at 6:10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and severe weather and also a couple of flash flood warnings are also in effect for parts of Texas as well. But so the severe thunderstorm watch basically runs from central Texas up to parts of West Tennessee and northern Mississippi. And of course, a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings as well. We do, in fact, have a small chance of a tornado. Tornadoes cannot be ruled out. And then also we have wind advisories, and just above that we have frost advisories and wind and weather watches in parts of the northern Ohio Valley as well. These are the severe thunderstorm watches. This is valid at 5:02 p.m. I haven't got an updated map for this, but usually it's really about the same right now, an hour later. But those are the severe thunderstorm watches. This is today's outlook. So we got mixed precipitation for parts of the northwest states, and also the severe weather, of course, with that slight, and also the enhanced risk today. Flash flooding is also possible as well. But here is the convective outlook. This is taken at 4:50 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Is that enhanced risk basically runs from near Tyler, Texas, up to Memphis, and a slight risk from Nashville down to central Texas as well. The marginal risk goes all the way up to central Ohio, and also there is a marginal risk for parts of New Mexico, Colorado, and Texas as well. And this is the tornado probabilities. Right now, this is peak time for tornadoes. We have supercells that are by themselves in Arkansas right now that do have a possibility of producing weak, isolated tornadoes. Now, it's possible that there could be a couple of stronger tornadoes, but we can't really say that right now. But there is a possibility of tornadoes today. The main threats today are going to be wind and hail. Hail is the largest risk. We have 30% significant with the hail as well. Slight risk of flash flooding. We also want to point this out as well. Flash flooding could also be a issue as well in the regions, although I think, in my opinion, the largest risk for flash flooding will come tomorrow. Now, of course, this is tomorrow's outlook. Also, you can see Tropical Storm Andres out in the Pacific. They labeled it as Tropical Storm 1E, but now it is named Andres. And there is also a slight risk of storms tomorrow, with the marginal risk going all the way over to near Tallahassee, and all the way up north to near Ardmore in Oklahoma. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a slight risk of severe storms in parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Models do indicate a potential squall line coming through. A few may be severe, but of course we'll look at that in just a second. Tornado probability is 2%. I don't expect this to increase much. I think mainly it's going to be wind and maybe some hail. This is the wind. The highest risk, of course, is in that slight risk. And we have for hail 15% significant risk of hail. Flash flooding risk is a marginal risk. Maybe this might be updated to a slight risk, but I do think that it is possible that there could be a slight risk of flash flooding in that region as well. And also, this is for Tuesday, rather. This is for Tuesday and early Wednesday morning. Stormy in the south, maybe some risk of storms. Severe is meh, but a somewhat active but some mostly quiet pattern. Not a lot of severe weather expected on Wednesday. So let's go. Let's go through the high resolution modeling. This is about at 19Z. It's a couple hours behind, but of course we have those storms that are firing in Arkansas. If we keep going out here, we'll see these storms move along. In fact, I don't have the south central states on here, but I only have the southeast. My apologies for that. But of course, there also are risk of storms in Texas as well. So don't forget about that. But the main risk is in northeast Texas all the way up to Memphis. And then a few of these storms could be severe, especially in parts of East Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, and maybe northwest Alabama as well. And then this is 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, and the radar won't look exactly like this. Just remember that the radar's not going to look spot on with this. It just basically gives an idea of at least the timing of this. And also there could also be some sea breeze storms down here in Florida. Marginally severe. I don't really expect much severe weather here, but heavy rain and small hail is possible with that. And then as far as the HRRR goes, we could see this develop into a QLCS line and then move out into the Gulf. So most likely it will be a wind threat according to the HRRR. Now the NAM, first of all, this is the surface-based CAPE values. This is the instability, the main instability parameters. And we do in fact have CAPE that sits around 3,000, isolated spots up to 4,000. But this will quickly weaken off as the evening and night goes on, so the threat for severe weather will quickly diminish as the sun goes down. Again, still likely going to be a wind threat, maybe even a little bit of hail, but with this lower instability, I don't expect much for hail or even tornadoes. So, and this is the NAM, kind of the same story here, quickly diminishing. In fact, this one has a little bit quicker. It has the storm, or has the CAPE diminishing faster. Now let's look at the NAM. Finally, here we go. And this is a little higher res. The NAM 3 kilometer. It's a little bit higher res than the HRRR, the high res rapid refresh. But yeah, they're both good models. And then we might have just a small squall line that could be mainly a wind producer in parts of south and southern Arkansas and the northeastern part of Texas. And then this will, according to the NAM, this will likely grow and be a wind and hail risk with maybe an isolated brief tornado. And the squalene, a couple of embedded supercells may be able to produce small tornadoes. And then this model does not have the beefiness of the storms as the HRRR does. It shows a little bit weaker and has more of a marginal situation with that. But they are indicating that this time tomorrow, there could also be, this is a little bit earlier, it's actually about noon, but tomorrow afternoon there could actually be a small isolated wind event in parts of Mississippi and Alabama. And of course we'll keep an eye on that, see what develops in that area. And of course the sea breeze storms could also be possible as well. This is the overall hour 28 accumulated updraft helicity. So these are basically supercell streaks. The rotating nature of the supercells are outlined in streaks. Majority of the action seems to be, as far as the NAM goes, seems to be over parts of Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, and also some areas in Mississippi and Tennessee as well. The HRRR has it more spread out parts of eastern Arkansas, south and eastern Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, maybe the Gulf Coast as well. But of course, use discernment and kind of split this in the middle, because there is some disagreement. There's a lot of disagreement with these models, but it gives multiple sides of the story here. So now let's look at the overall picture. We just went through the higher resolution stuff. Now we're going to look at the lower resolution big picture. This is the map across the continental United States, also Canada if that matters to you. But again, the active look right now shows snowfall in parts of Pennsylvania, and in a small strip there with the 10,000 feet of pressure over parts of over southwest Ohio near Dayton. And this is the system that's bringing the severe weather down to the south states and the cold air to the to parts of Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. This is tonight. Snow may become more widespread for parts of Pennsylvania and New York. With the GFS, it's really hard to pinpoint severe weather with the GFS. We can look at troughs and all that, and we can take a look at these systems that produce these severe storms. But getting a good look at severe weather situations, it's really hard to tell with the GFS. That's why we use products like the NAM, the HRRR, and the ensembles as well to kind of get that look. So I can't really say I can really focus on severe weather with this, and also some snow is possible for the Rockies as well. And this is 12Z. This is 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday, and things may be mostly quiet. Maybe some lingering storms, which in my opinion, I think there could be a slight risk in that area for mainly wind, as it relates to the HRRR. But it's uncertain at this point what exactly is going to happen. But it will likely be mostly quiet for the first half of the day, and then maybe some severe storms are possible in parts of southern Texas with that slight risk right now. Heavy snow is also possible for parts of the Rocky Mountains. I mean, we're approaching mid-May, not incredibly unusual for snow in the Rocky Mountains. Now, in the lower parts, there could also be some snow in the flatter regions, and this is 48 hours out, so the confidence is moderate with this. And then some storms. Question is, will they be severe? It is possible, but I haven't really heard much indication that these could be severe. Most likely just storms in that area. And then for the northern states, quiet. Probably quietest part of the month is here, and then of course some snowstorms may develop. Snow showers. I don't know why I said snowstorms. Snow showers may develop for the Rocky Mountains, and then it is most likely going to be quiet for Thursday. Maybe some storms over the Dakotas and Nebraska, and also over West Virginia, but most likely severe weather or winter weather will be unlikely. And could be a quiet Thursday and Friday. Now let's look at the temperatures. So warm and hot in the south. This is, or this really was today, 100-degree temperatures for southern Texas, and also a couple of isolated spots in the hundreds for parts of the southwest near Phoenix, and also southeastern California. And then tonight's frosting and icing issues are also possible. And what I mean by ice is not rain that turns into ice, but there could also be some. If there's any dew, it could be frozen, but we'll see. And then this is tomorrow. By the way, I'm not sure why I'm fumbling around my words right now. Maybe I'm just tired, but I apologize for fumbling around. I can't speak for some reason. The hottest states on this map are Texas, Florida. I mean, it's just Florida. And Arizona. And then it could be pretty hot for parts of the California Valley, or for most of the California Valley. Mid to upper 90s are forecast. And then the lows, freezing points are possible for parts of the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, and Illinois. And then it gets hotter from here. This is Tuesday, and they're really heating up in the California Valley. Likely we're getting into the sea breeze pattern here in Florida with those hot temperatures and also the moisture. So sea breezes are possible this time of year, and may be in the forecast as well. So, storms. And then here are the lows as well. And this is day 4, really starting to heat up in the southwestern states, and also again for the California Valley. And actually the temperatures are somewhat relaxed in Texas, maybe 70s and 80s as well. That's a break from the 100s they've been experiencing. And of course, still dealing with the 90s here in Florida, mid-May. And then I don't see many freezing points for the Rocky Mountains and parts of Pennsylvania as well. Maybe some isolated frost. Temperatures may be approaching 100s in the California Valley, but most likely 100s in southern Arizona and southeastern California. Winter does not last long in those regions, so mid-May. And then here are the lows. Rain for the next 24 hours or one day. This is why I kind of am on the train of flash flooding could be possible. We do have rain amounts 2 to 3, maybe up to 4 inches in parts of Louisiana and Mississippi, and also parts of eastern Texas as well. And then 5 days. This also accounts for the next system that could be rolling through. That could just be storms. Severe is still in the question, but not incredibly likely. And these are the next couple of days here. This since Tuesday night. In thunderstorms are possible from eastern New Mexico all the way over to the Atlantic coast. And of course, snow or heavy snow could be possible in the Rockies. And that is it for the video today. I don't know why I'm fumbling around. I'm not going to bother re-recording this, but hopefully you get the point here. If you have any questions, make sure to ask them, and I'll do my best to respond to them. Also, I noticed we're on the road to 100 subscribers. I did make a deal that there'll be something special if we reach 100 subs before the end of the month. So next video will also be better. And also, I'm not live streaming today because I'm on a break this weekend, so I did still make a video today because I think that was necessary, but yeah, but that's all for today. I will try to make a video here tomorrow. We'll see, but I'm trying to get on this trend of making more and more videos. So if you like this one, make sure to leave a like. If you want to see more of these, make sure to subscribe as well and turn on notifications so you know when I upload. In the next video, I won't be fumbling around so much, I promise. So, but that is all for me today. I will see you on the next video. Have a great day, have a great weekend, have a great Mother's Day, and of course stay safe and watch out for warnings.